people are complaining about our DNs not getting enough sacks, right? But our DNs, like if we need to see the stats on pressures because the DNs are they're closing the pocket in and allowing our monsters in the middle, like Teron Vincent and especially Michael Hall Jr., who is the monster of all monsters, to be able to really get after the quarterback because we're pinning in those corners and collapsing that pocket. So the ends may not be getting to the quarterback as much as we want, but they're causing havoc to make sure our D tackles do. And one other quick thing I want to add, I am not the ref suck type guy. I don't bring up, referees that much. I try not to. But, man, listen, Michigan State's O-line was holding the crap out of our D-line this game. Go rewatch the game if you missed it. Matter of fact, I know tons of people on the boards and chats were saying the same thing, like, dang, you don't see that hold? And they were still able to get through and put pressure on Thorne all night.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, B. And it's hard when we do this because we just watch the game live, so we're just trying to take some mental notes, write some things down, and try to cover this ourselves. And if you do as well as I do, you learn more when you do go back and watch the game. You're like, man, I missed that point right there. I could have mentioned that, but right. For the most part. That's what I like to do too, is to go back and rewatch it. And now that you've mentioned that, that's something I'm going to look at to see if they were getting held as much as the guys and everybody else were mentioning. So, yeah, but if that's the case, that means our D-line is just getting after it and getting upfield, and that's the only thing the offensive line can do is to grab a hold of a shirt or give a horse collar and grab him around the neck or whatever it may be. So, but, yeah, I'm going to definitely have to look at that. So, you go up 42-13 after the Marvitron play, and what do we get? We get another 3-and-out, goes back to Ohio State. They pin Michigan State back. The punter is very good for Michigan State, actually. He's not a bad punter. He didn't have his best punt, and Ohio State takes over at midfield, and they march it right down the field in 10 plays. They go 50 yards. And I'm going to mention this too. Gee Scott Jr. with his first touchdown ever as an Ohio State Buckeye. I couldn't have been prouder for the kid.
Yes. Yes, man. Yes. I mean, if you follow Buckeye football like I know we do, you know about his transition from wide receiver. He was an elite wide receiver coming out of high school, y'all. He wasn't some bum. He came with a stacked class, obviously. Things kind of went certain ways, and he decided to devote his transition to tight end, and it's been a journey. So to see him finally get a touchdown is great. And also, I can't wait to hear G. Scott Sr. hopefully hop on somebody's podcast and talk about it because his dad is great too. So just the family, even losing, I believe he lost his mother like a year or two ago.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, and just following the story and the journey and just all that stuff, man, it just makes it so much sweeter. It's on the lines of Fleming in different ways. You just appreciate these kids, work ethic and everything they've been through to see that. And hopefully we're going to see some more down the stretch.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So people, at that point, it's 49-13, and it was late in the third quarter. Ryan Day went ahead and subbed. So there was only one other scoring play. Michigan State went 8 plays and 80 yards with their backups and scored a touchdown late. Academic at that point. But the final score ends up being 49-20. It was not even that close. Right. It's not hard to see that it was not even that close.